It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And up next is Xavier Howard, who's now up to a ridiculous 14 interceptions so far this season. It's the Dolphins and the Texans, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans. And this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD, that moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days. Imagine that number if you go all the way back to the Little League type of ball. But that excitement before a game, it never gets old. They all know how to channel it once they actually kick this one off, though.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Here's Tua. Out to the right here to Wilson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Dolphins coming in looking for win number 6 on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And this is on target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Play fake, Mills. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, you know, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Meanwhile, Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On second down, Mostert. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up two.
On play action, here's Tua. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Open net is Waddle, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Throwing again on second down. Tua over the middle. He's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout as they deal with an injured player, and it's Tyreek Hill who is the man that's in some discomfort right now. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. 1st and goal from the 6. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Tua now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Myles Gaskin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the only turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you should get more time off. But if you win the game before the week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mills. Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And now he's got him at a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. One more time with Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Mostert. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like that, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Mills. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mills. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Pierce. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Pierce. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. Here's Pierce. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
4th down, Mills. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Tua now on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Second down, Gaskin.
And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16.
Now Tua.
And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down.
Desmond King back deep.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And the Texans will take over. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their own 42.
They'll get things started with a carry by Pierce. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw is Mills. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Give left side for Pierce.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. On 2nd and 9, Mills.
Philip Dorsett holds it in.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Mills now looks to throw on first down.
And Cooks has it over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Mills.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
To throw, Mills.
Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Mills to the air again.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try.
From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mills now. To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. But the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Mills. That's underneath to Pierce. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Holding offense.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Tua. It's Hill, complete. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Dancing, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Tua sets up to pass it. Wilson snags it left side.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders on the Dolphin field goal unit.
From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
And here comes the Texans now. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, It's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Mills to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Mills. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Pierce now up the middle. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now Mills. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working out of the gun, Mills. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing, Mills. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Mills under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. Here's Tua. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield, here's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Holding. Offense.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now Tua. He'll leave that one for Gaskin. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15. Tua going to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The kick by Sanders is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Mills. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Mills. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On play action, here's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll take this down to the 33. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Caught. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Mostert, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year.
And Rams will film after this week. They'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. So here's Mills and the Texans. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:51 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Mills now. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mills.
Connecting with Johnson, and he is going to have a Texans first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there.
Mills to the air again. He's got Johnson. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Down to an E goes Tua, and that should just about do it. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Miami, the win for them is number 6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers.